Some days feel heavy, like nothing is working. You wake up tired even after sleeping. You try to focus, but your mind keeps drifting. Small things start going wrong, and somehow they all pile up at once. You try to push through, but it feels like the world is pushing back harder. And in those moments, a quiet thought appears. Why is this happening to me? But what if this bad day is not just random? What if it's not here to break you, but to build something inside you that you can't yet see? Because here's something most people don't realize. Your brain and body react differently on difficult days. Your thoughts become more negative, your energy drops, and your decisions become weaker. Science shows that stress can narrow your thinking, making problems feel bigger than they actually are. And yet, at the same time, these exact moments are when your mind is also most capable of growth, reflection, and change. It's a hidden process. You don't see it happening, but something is shifting beneath the surface. That bad day you're having right now might be quietly preparing you for a stronger version of yourself. And that's the part nobody talks about. In this video, you're going to understand what bad days really mean, what's actually happening inside your mind when everything feels off, and why these moments are more important than your best days. You'll learn how to stop letting one bad day control your entire life, how to regain control when your emotions feel overwhelming, and how to keep moving forward even when motivation disappears. Because the truth is, most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they give up on days like this. Days when nothing feels right. Days when quitting feels easier than continuing. But if you can learn how to handle these moments, you become unstoppable. And by the end of this video, you'll see your bad days in a completely different way. Not as something to fear, but as something to understand and use. So if today feels heavy, if your mind feels tired, and if you've been questioning yourself lately, then stay with me, because this might be exactly what you need to hear right now. Welcome to the Soul Manifestation Code, where we break down the truth about your mind, your energy, and your path. If you want real, honest insights that actually help you grow, make sure you subscribe and stay connected, because sometimes the message you need comes at the moment you're about to give up. The truth is, this isn't just happening to you. Everyone has days like this. Days where nothing feels right. Days where your energy is low, your thoughts feel heavy, and even simple things start to feel overwhelming. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are in life. These moments show up for everyone. The difference is, most people don't talk about it. You see the highlights of their lives, the wins, the progress, the success, but you don't see the quiet struggles behind it. You don't see the mornings where they felt lost, the nights where they doubted everything, or the days where they questioned if they were even moving forward. Even the people you look up to, the ones who seem confident, successful, and in control, they've had days where they felt stuck too, days where they didn't feel good enough, days where nothing went as planned. The only difference is they kept going anyway, not because they always felt strong, but because they understood something important. A bad day doesn't mean a bad life. A slow moment doesn't mean you're failing. And right now, if you feel like you're falling behind, like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck in the same place, you're not behind. You're just in a hard moment. That's it, a moment, not your whole story, not your final result, just a phase that feels heavier than usual. And it's okay to feel this way sometimes. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. Here's something simple but powerful. Nothing lasts forever. No feeling, no situation, no moment stays the same. Even if it feels endless right now, it isn't. Think about it. Every storm you've ever seen eventually passed. Every long night slowly turned into morning. That's how life works. It moves, it shifts, it changes, even when you don't notice it right away. Right now, this day might feel heavy. It might feel like it's dragging on, like the weight won't lift. But this moment is not permanent. It only feels that way because you're inside it. When you're in the middle of something difficult, time slows down, your thoughts get louder, your emotions feel stronger, and your mind starts telling you that this is how it's always going to be. But that's not true. You've been here before, maybe not in the exact same way, but you've had days where you felt tired, overwhelmed, or lost. Days where you didn't think things would get better, and yet, somehow they did. You kept going. You got through it, even if it didn't feel like it at the time. That's proof that you can handle more than you think. You made it through 100% of your worst days, every single one. The days you thought would break you, the moments that felt too heavy, passed, and this one will too. Even if it takes time, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. What if this bad day isn't just something to get through, but something that's actually working on you? Because not every difficult moment is meaningless. Sometimes it's a signal, a pause, a way of forcing you to slow down when you've been moving too fast to notice what's really going on inside your life and your mind. On good days, you don't question much. You keep going, you stay busy, you move forward without stopping. But on hard days, everything gets quiet. You start thinking more, you start feeling more, and even though it's uncomfortable, it pulls your attention to things you've been ignoring. Maybe it's your direction, maybe it's your habits, maybe it's the way you talk to yourself when no one is listening. These are the things that don't change during easy times. They change when something feels off, when something forces you to stop and reflect. And that's what bad days often do. They interrupt your routine so you can see clearly again. There's also something else happening beneath the surface. Every time you face a difficult day and don't give up, you're building something invisible. Mental strength, the kind that doesn't show immediately, but stays with you over time. It's built in moments where you feel like quitting, but you don't. Where things feel heavy, but you still keep going, even in a small way. Pressure creates growth, not comfort, not ease. It's the weight of these moments that slowly shapes how strong you become. And even if you can't see the progress right now, something inside you is adapting, learning, and becoming more resilient with every step you take. There's something important you need to understand about bad days. Your mind doesn't think clearly when you feel low. The moment your energy drops, your thoughts start to change. Small problems begin to look bigger than they really are. Simple situations start to feel complicated, and suddenly your mind fills with doubt, fear, and worst-case scenarios. It feels real in that moment. It feels convincing, but it's not the full truth. When you're tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, your mind goes into a defensive state. It tries to protect you by focusing on what could go wrong. But instead of helping, it often makes things worse. It exaggerates your fears. It reminds you of your failures. It questions your progress. And if you're not aware of it, you start believing every thought that comes into your head. That's where people make mistakes. They treat temporary thoughts like permanent truths. Your mind lies to you when you're tired and overwhelmed. It tells you that you're not good enough, that things won't get better, that you should give up or walk away. But those thoughts are not coming from a clear place. They're coming from emotion, not logic. And decisions made in those moments often lead to regret. That's why it's important to pause, not react immediately, not make big choices when your emotions are at their peak. Let the feeling pass. Let your mind settle, because the way you see things right now is not the way they actually are. It's just the way they feel in this moment. And in moments like this, the goal isn't to fix everything at once. The goal is to keep moving, even if it's slow. Because progress doesn't always look big or impressive. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just getting through the next hour. Sometimes it's doing one small thing when you don't feel like doing anything at all. That still counts. You don't need a perfect day. You just need to keep going. Not with full energy, not with complete clarity, just with enough willingness to take one step forward. Maybe it's a small task you've been avoiding. Maybe it's getting out of bed when you feel like staying down. Maybe it's choosing not to give up on yourself today. These small actions may not seem like much, but they matter more than you think. Because every time you move, even a little, you break the pattern of staying stuck. You remind yourself that you're still in control, even when things feel uncertain. And slowly that builds something powerful. Momentum. It doesn't happen all at once. It builds step by step, action by action. 1% effort today can turn into something stronger tomorrow. You don't have to climb the whole mountain right now. Just take the next step, then another. Even if it feels small, even if it feels slow, what matters is that you don't stop. Because staying in motion, no matter how little, is what keeps you moving forward when everything inside you is telling you to quit. And right now, I want you to hear this clearly. This is not your ending. It might feel heavy, it might feel confusing, it might feel like everything is falling apart at once, but this moment does not define your entire life. They always do. No matter how dark they feel, they don't stay the same forever. What you're going through right now, it's shaping you, not to break you, but to build a version of you that can handle more, understand more, and rise stronger than before. You're not as weak as this moment is making you feel. You're just tired. You're just overwhelmed. And that's different, because tired can recover, overwhelmed can settle. And this feeling, this exact feeling you have right now, it will pass, just like it always has before. This day feels heavy, just like it did at the beginning, like nothing is working, like every little thing is adding weight to your mind. But now you can see it a little differently. Not as something permanent, not as something that defines you, just as a moment that feels stronger than usual. And moments like this, they don't stay. It may not change instantly, the feeling might still be there for a while, the thoughts might still come and go, but just like every difficult day you've lived through before, this one will slowly pass too. The weight will lift, your mind will get clearer, and the same things that feel impossible right now will feel manageable again. You will smile again. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but that moment will come back. The lightness, the calm, the feeling of being okay. It hasn't disappeared. It's just hidden behind this temporary phase. And just like before, it will find its way back to you. Right now, it's okay to feel this. It's okay to sit with it without trying to escape it immediately. Because even this feeling has an end. Even this heaviness has a limit. And when it fades, you'll realize that it was never forever, just a passing moment that felt bigger than it really was. If this message reached you at the right time, don't ignore it. Maybe you didn't find this by accident. Maybe you needed this reminder more than you realize. Because even on your hardest days, you're still here, still trying, still holding on in ways that no one else can see. And that matters more than you think. Stay strong, keep going, even if it's slow, even if it's messy. Progress doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to continue. And sometimes, just not giving up is already a powerful step forward. If this message connected with you in any way, take a second to like this video. It helps this message reach someone else who might need it just as much as you did. And if you want more real, honest motivation that actually speaks to what you're going through, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay with us on this journey. Because you're not alone in this, and you never have to go through it alone.